Picture this, two people sitting at their laptops. Same city, same year, same AI model pulled up on their screens. One of them makes 7 figures within 18 months. The other one is still grinding away, wondering why nothing seems to work. Same tool, completely different outcomes. And if you think the difference is talent, connections, or some secret prompt they discovered, you are wrong. Dead wrong. Because I have now studied dozens of these stories, and there is a pattern so consistent it almost feels unfair once you see it. Let me tell you what is actually going on. The people who make real money with AI are not the ones using it the most. They are not the ones with the fanciest setups or the longest subscription lists. And they are definitely not sitting around asking ChatGPT to write their emails for them and calling that a business. The millionaires in this pattern share one specific trait, and it has nothing to do with the AI itself. It has everything to do with what they understood before they ever opened that chat window. Stay with me here because this is going to reframe everything. Let us start with 2 real-world archetypes. I am going to call them Marcus and David. Marcus is sharp, driven, and the moment AI tools started blowing up, he jumped in. He took courses, watched tutorials, experimented with prompts. Within weeks, he was producing content faster than ever, automating tasks left and right, generating entire business plans overnight. He felt unstoppable. David, on the other hand, moved slower. He spent the first few weeks not even using AI that much. He was studying something else entirely. He was studying people. 18 months later, Marcus is frustrated. He built several things, launched a few offers, created content constantly, and made decent money, but nothing that changed his life. David crossed $1 million in revenue. Same AI tools, same access, wildly different results. Here is the first piece of the pattern. The millionaires identified a specific human problem before they touched the technology, not a general problem. Not a vague niche, a deeply specific, painfully real problem that a clearly defined group of people desperately wanted solved. David spent those early weeks in forums, communities, and comment sections. He was reading the exact words people used to describe their frustration. He was collecting the emotional language of a problem that already existed and was already causing people pain. Only then did he build. Marcus built first and looked for the problem second. That order matters more than anything else in this video. Now here is where the AI part becomes extraordinary. Once David had that clarity, he used AI not as a replacement for thinking, but as a force multiplier for thinking he had already done. He would feed the AI with context, with real human language, with specific constraints. The outputs he got were not generic. Targeted Marcus, without that foundation, was feeding the AI vague instructions and getting vague results, then wondering why nobody was buying. This is the value difference that separates these two outcomes. AI gives you leverage, but leverage on vagueness gets you nowhere faster. Leverage on clarity gets you to $1 million. Let us talk about the second piece of the pattern because this is where the emotional reality hits hard for a lot of people. The millionaires in this pattern were not trying to automate their way out of doing hard things. They were using AI to do more of the right hard things. There is a psychological trap that catches almost everyone early on. It is the comfort of productivity. You are generating, creating, automating, and it feels like progress. The dopamine hits keep coming, but you are busy doing things that do not directly connect to someone handing you money. David understood something uncomfortable. Revenue is the only metric that cannot lie to you, and every single day, his first question was not, what can AI help me create today? It was what conversation, what offer, what delivery of value is closest to someone paying me right now. He used AI to prepare for sales conversations. He used AI to diagnose why specific clients were not getting results and then fix that. He used AI to scale delivery after he already had buyers, not before. That sequence is critical. Most people want to build the machine before they have proven the engine works. The millionaires build the engine manually first, confirm it creates real value, then let AI scale the thing that is already working. Now, the third piece of the pattern is something almost nobody talks about, and it is the most psychologically interesting one. The people who won big with AI treated it like a thinking partner, not a task executor. This distinction sounds subtle, but it is enormous. When you use AI as a task executor, you are essentially outsourcing your brain. You get faster outputs, but you stay at the same level of strategic thinking. When you use it as a thinking partner, you are having a dialogue. You are challenging the outputs. You are asking it to argue against your assumptions. You are using it to stress test your ideas before you invest time and money into them. David would regularly ask the AI to tell him everything wrong with his business model. He would ask it to role play as a skeptical customer and punch holes in his offer. He would use it to simulate objections he had never thought of. This is a fundamentally different cognitive posture than just asking it to write copy or generate ideas. He was sharpening his own thinking using the AI as a whetstone. Marcus was using the AI like a printer. David was using it like a sparring partner. This is where the pattern locks in. It is not about the model. It is not about the prompts. It is not even really about the AI at all. It is about the mental framework of the person sitting in front of it. Let me give you the fourth piece now, because this is where the payoff hits. The millionaires in this pattern all did something with their earnings that compounded the gap between themselves and everyone else. They reinvested in two specific areas: direct access to information others did not have, and relationships with people who were already where they wanted to be. They used their early AI-generated revenue to buy themselves into rooms, masterminds, consultants, direct mentors, real conversations with people who had already solved the problems they were working on. While Marcus was spending his money on more tools, more software, more subscriptions, David was spending his money on people. The AI gave him leverage on his thinking, the people gave him leverage on his direction. There is a version of using AI where you disappear into a solo loop of creating and automating and generating, and you slowly drift away from the market because you are not in conversation with real humans anymore. The millionaires never let that happen. The technology was always in service of human connection, not a substitute for it. Now let me bring this all together, because I want you to leave here with something actionable, not just something interesting. If you want to replicate this pattern, here is the sequence. Step 1. Before you use AI for anything business related, spend dedicated time studying the language of your target market. Actual words, actual phrases, actual emotional texture of a problem people are already suffering from. Step 2. Build something small that directly addresses that problem. Do not automate, do not scale, just prove the concept works and someone will pay for it. Step 3. Only after you have a working, paying thing, bring AI in to amplify your delivery, your marketing, your thinking, and your capacity, in that order. Step 4. Use your first real revenue to put yourself in proximity with people who have already done what you want to do. The compound effect of this sequence is what creates the millionaire outcome within that 18-month window. The uncomfortable truth is that A levels the playing field on execution. Everybody has the same ability to produce now, but strategy and understanding and genuine human connection, those things are not automated. Those things are the new moat. The new competitive advantage is not who has the best AI, it is who uses AI in service of the clearest thinking and the deepest understanding of what people actually need. Two people, same laptop, same model, completely different outcomes. And now you know exactly why. If this pattern resonated with you, I want you to do one thing right now. Go into your Notes app or grab a piece of paper and write down the single most specific problem you know deeply from your own life, your own experience, your own frustrations or expertise. That answer is the foundation. That is where the leverage begins. Everything else, including the AI, builds on top of that, because the tool was never the point. It was never the point. The person who understands people wins. They always have, they always will. The only thing that changed is how fast they can now move once they get that understanding right.